There is a moment that most people who have lived long enough can point to. A moment when something they desperately wanted did not happen. A door that did not open. A relationship that did not work out. A job they did not get. An opportunity that passed them by. And they were devastated. They were certain that this was the thing that was supposed to happen, the thing that would have changed everything. And it was gone. And then, months later, or a year later, or sometimes many years later, they understood. They saw what had been waiting on the other side of that closed door. They met the person who was actually meant for them. They found the opportunity that was actually aligned with who they were becoming. They looked back at the thing they had mourned so deeply and thought, "Thank God that did not happen." This is divine timing, and it is one of the most misunderstood forces in human life. We live in a world that worships speed, that treats delay as failure, that interprets a closed door as a permanent verdict rather than a temporary redirection. We have been conditioned to believe that if we want something badly enough, if we work hard enough, if we do everything right, it should happen now. And when it does not happen now, we conclude that something is wrong with us, with our efforts, with the universe itself. But the universe does not operate on our schedule. And the sooner we understand that, the more peace we will find in the waiting. Divine timing is the principle that everything arrives at the moment it is supposed to arrive. Not the moment we want it. Not the moment we have decided we are ready. But the moment when all the conditions are aligned, when we are ready in ways we cannot yet see, when the other pieces are in place, when the path has been cleared of what needed to be cleared. This is not a passive concept. It is not an excuse for inaction. It is not a spiritual bypass that allows us to avoid doing the work. Divine timing operates alongside human effort, not instead of it. You still have to plant the seeds. You still have to do the work. You still have to show up. But the harvest, the timing of the harvest, is not entirely in your hands. And that is not a frightening thing. That is a liberating one. Let's talk about what divine timing actually looks like in practice. Because it is easy to understand as a concept, and much harder to trust when you are living inside the waiting. The first thing to understand about divine timing is that it often looks like failure. The relationship that ends, the job that falls through, the plan that collapses. These are not the universe abandoning you. They are the universe protecting you from a future that was not right for you. They are the universe clearing the path. Think about the relationships that did not work out. The ones you grieved. The ones you were certain were meant to be. And then think about who you were at that time. The version of yourself that existed in that relationship. Were you your best self? Were you growing? Were you being seen and valued for who you actually were? Or were you smaller than yourself? Were you compromising things that mattered? Were you waiting to be chosen by someone who was not choosing you? The relationship ending was not the universe taking something from you. It was the universe making space for the relationship that would actually serve you. The one where you would not have to make yourself smaller. The one where you would be chosen fully, not partially. The one that was waiting for you to be ready, and for you to be free. The second thing to understand about divine timing is that the delay is often preparation. The time between wanting something and receiving it is not wasted time. It is building time. It is the time when you are developing the capacity to hold what you are asking for. Think about a person who wants to build a successful business, but is not yet ready. Not in terms of skills, but in terms of character. In terms of resilience, patience, self-knowledge, the ability to lead others, the ability to handle failure without collapsing. If the business arrived before those qualities were developed, it would not survive. The delay is not the universe being cruel. It is the universe ensuring that when the thing arrives, you are equipped to keep it. This is why the same opportunity that would have destroyed you at 25 can transform you at 35. Not because the opportunity changed, but because you did. Divine timing waits for the version of you that can actually receive what you are asking for. The third thing to understand about divine timing is that it requires trust. And trust is the hardest thing to maintain when you are in the middle of the waiting, when you cannot see the reason. when the delay feels endless, when the people around you seem to be receiving what you are waiting for, and you cannot understand why it has not arrived for you yet. This is where most people lose faith, not in a dramatic, sudden way, but in the slow, grinding erosion that comes from waiting too long for something that matters too much. They start to believe that the universe has forgotten them, that they are the exception, that the law of divine timing applies to everyone else, but somehow not to them. It applies to you. It has always applied to you. And the fact that you are still waiting does not mean the answer is no. It means the answer is not yet. There is a story that illustrates this beautifully. A woman who had spent years trying to build a career in a field she loved. She had done everything right. The education, the experience, the networking, the persistence. And she had watched, year after year, as people she had started alongside moved forward, while she seemed to stay in place. She had applied for positions she was qualified for, and not gotten them. She had pitched projects that were rejected. She had done the work and not seen the results. She was close to giving up. Not dramatically. She was not going to do anything rash. But the quiet, tired kind of giving up. The kind where you stop believing it is possible and start just going through the motions. And then, in the same month, 3 things happened. A position she had applied for 2 years earlier and forgotten about resurfaced. The person who had been hired had left, and they were looking again, and they reached out to her. A project she had pitched and been rejected on was reconsidered. The company had changed direction, and her original pitch was suddenly exactly aligned with their new vision. And a mentor she had been trying to connect with for years finally had time to meet with her. And that meeting opened a door she had not even known existed. 3 things. Same month. After years of waiting. She had not done anything differently in that month. She had not suddenly worked harder, or networked more aggressively, or finally figured out the secret. The timing had simply arrived. The conditions had aligned. The universe had been building toward this convergence for years, and she had not been able to see it because she had been too close to it, too inside the waiting, to see the shape of what was being assembled. This is how divine timing works. Not as a single dramatic moment of arrival, but as a convergence. As multiple threads coming together at once. As the sudden, breathtaking realization that everything you have been building toward has been building toward you at the same time. The 4th thing to understand about divine timing is that your job during the waiting is not to force the outcome. It is to become. To use the time of waiting as time of growth. To develop the qualities that will be required when what you are waiting for arrives. To heal the wounds that would have complicated the relationship you are waiting for. To build the skills that will be needed for the opportunity you are waiting for. To develop the resilience that will be required to sustain what you are asking for. The waiting is not empty time. It is the most important time. Because what you do with the waiting determines whether you are ready when the timing arrives. And the 5th thing, perhaps the most important thing, is this. Divine timing is not just about what is coming to you. It is also about what you are being protected from. Every time something did not happen when you wanted it to, there was something on the other side of that timing that you could not see. The relationship that would have been wrong for you. The opportunity that would have taken you in the wrong direction. The version of your life that looked like what you wanted, but was not actually what you needed. The universe can see further than you can. It can see the consequences of choices you have not yet made. It can see the people who are coming into your life and the ones who need to leave first to make room. It can see the version of you that is possible and the path that leads there, even when that path looks, from where you are standing, like a detour or a dead end. Trust it. Not blindly. Keep doing the work. Keep showing up. Keep planting seeds. But trust that the timing is not random. That the delays are not punishment. That the closed doors are not permanent verdicts. Everything that is meant for you is making its way to you. In the right form, with the right people, at the right moment. Not your moment. The right moment. And when it arrives, and it will arrive, you will understand. You will look back at every closed door, every delay, every moment of waiting that felt unbearable, and you will see the shape of it. The beautiful, intricate, perfectly designed shape of a life that unfolded exactly as it was supposed to. Divine timing is not about waiting passively for life to happen to you. It is about trusting deeply enough to keep moving forward, even when you cannot see where the path is leading. Keep moving. Keep growing. Keep trusting. The universe has not forgotten you. It is simply making sure that when what you are waiting for arrives, everything is exactly right. And it will be.